Hello, my name is Alex Murphy, and I think the biggest challenge I face as a dance artist, which I think can go across the board amongst all dance artists and choreographers, is the lack of education about dance. In our day and age, we have to have something that grabs our attention right away, or we disassociate from it. We don't take the time to really understand what is being said through dance, through movement, and that even goes into film and videos and things like that. If there is a slow progression of my work, like I said, many people will disassociate and then it becomes that weird modern stuff, which completely takes away from my craft, my choreography, and my art, as well as the choreography and art that my peers are creating, whether it's at the University of Florida or in Wisconsin, for example. I believe that the lack of education about dance amongst the general public is a constant threat to the continuation of my art as well as the art and choreography of my peers. For example, in elementary school, we were required to take art and music. At least at my elementary school, I was required to take art and music, and we learned certain histories about art and music, such as the Pablo Picasso era, and we started to not recreate his work, but to gain a better understanding of his work, what he was doing at the time. And same goes for music with composers like Bach, Beethoven, Wagner, and Schubert. We had to really go in depth about the history of each composer, but dance was not a part of that. And I personally think that if I were to have some previous knowledge about dance history, about modern day choreographers, postmodern choreographers, I would have a better understanding and appreciation of modern at a sooner time. I only began dancing about 2.5 years ago, and even still, it was a slow progression about the appreciation, about appreciating the different art that I was studying. Moving on to the second question, in my piece Dichotomy, which is a collaboration piece, I'm going to go ahead and talk about why I have the ability to embody collaboration. My piece Dichotomy, which I am attaching to my application, I had to collaborate with my composition partner as well as 4 students from the Digital Worlds Institute at the University of Florida. We had to create a piece that was both choreographic and visual projections, which blended technology and dance. In a collaboration, I felt that it was very, very, very important and imperative to listen to the ideas of everyone before you say no. Like, that's right away, that's the main thing that I really, really learned, is that all 6 of us, all of our brains work in a different way. We all see art, we all see dance, we all see digital technology in a different way from the next. And I think it was really important and really valid to get an understanding of where each of the 6 of us was coming from. So when my composition partner and I began creating choreography, we bounced and fed off of the energy of one another to create. And when we weren't sure of what to do next, we kind of just listened to our bodies. She would do a movement and I would do a movement, and then from there we would create something. And I think that was so beautiful, is that when we didn't know, we just moved, and that said something rather than just talking about it. And then when it came to working with the 4 Digital World students, the idea of listening was very, very important, because you do have to consider all 4 opinions of the students, as well as my opinion and my partner's opinion. I think in the beginning of our process, we asked our projection designers to just take a minute, watch our piece evolve, watch the choreography. What ideas about the piece did they get from the choreography? And they came up with the concept of natural elements, which I loved. We worked with fire and water and smoke visually and digitally. So that is something that I am very excited to show off. And I think working in a collaboration really tells a lot about how you work as a dancer, as a choreographer, as a person, because you have to take in the opinions of everyone. You can't just say, no, I don't like that, without trying it, because you might not like it in your head, but the way it's portrayed, it can be very beautiful in a very different way. And you have to create a piece that has the ideas of everyone in the group to represent all 6 of us individually. Thank you.